Crossing a line, page 143. Danny's last words hung in the air sharp enough to cut. Crystal's jaw tightened, but she didn't argue. She just stood up, brushed her dirt from her jeans, and looked at him one last time. Maybe you'll figure it out, she said quietly. Maybe you won't. And then she turned and walked away. No glance back, no hesitation, just gone. Danny stayed where he was, his hands buried in his pockets. Tried to convince himself he'd done the right thing, but the arc in his chest told him otherwise. At the far end of the yard, two figures had been watching, Riley and Jenny, leaning against the wall like vultures. Riley smirked widen. Well, look at that, she said to Jenny. The little power couple falling apart. Jenny grinned, which means they're easier to break. We're going to rewrite it right here in the... Yeah. That didn't make any damn sense. I was like, why the hell would they... They're not friends. So we're going to go with this one for 143. Danny's last words hung in the air sharp enough to cut. Crystal's jaw tightened, but she didn't argue. She just stood up, brushing dirt from her jeans, and looked at him one last time. Maybe you'll figure it out, she said quietly. Maybe you won't. Then she turned and walked away. No glance back, no hesitation, just gone. Danny stayed where he was, hand buried in his pockets, trying to convince himself he'd done the right thing, but the arc in his chest told him otherwise. Across the yard, two separate pairs of eyes had seen it happen. Riley leaning against the side of the building, her smirk thin and cold. Perfect, she muttered. Now he's wide open. On the opposite side, Jenny stood half hidden behind a row of bushes. She wasn't smirking. She was thinking Danny without Crystal could be useful to her, but she'd have to move before Riley tried anything. Neither girl noticed the other, but both had their same thought. Danny alone now? And alone people are easy to pull into someone else's game. Reflection. With Riley and Jenny already at odds, Danny's isolation becomes a prize they might both compete for. Instead of teaming up, they'll each try to use him against the other, pulling him into their personal war, whether he wants it or not. The split from Crystal doesn't just weaken him, it makes him bait. Breakdown. Cause. Danny, distraught of Becca, drives Crystal away. Effect. Riley and Jenny both see an opportunity to pull Danny into their own agendas. Risk. Being caught between two rivals, manipulators, could be even more dangerous than facing them as allies. Foreshadow. The dance could turn into a showdown where Danny's forced to choose a side or stand alone. Bible verse. The prude see danger and take refuge, but the simple keep going and play the penalty. Penalty? Okay. This verse warns against walking blindly into danger just because it isn't obvious yet. Danny's pride and hurt might keep him from seeing that both Riley and Jenny see him as a tool, not a friend.